First Baptist Cave Spring, I want to take just a moment to talk to you about the coronavirus and how it affects our faith family. On Sunday morning, I made an announcement that our church leaders had been monitoring this virus, and we made a couple of points about it at that time. As we've continued to monitor the virus, there's been a significant occurrence, and that is, as you all probably know, there's been an occurrence of the virus in Floyd County. And so we want to continue to be wise and we want to continue to follow biblical principles as we address this virus in our own faith family. That involves several things. One, we want to continue encouraging everyone in the church to stay home if you feel sick. So if you feel sick, please be on the safe side and stay home. We also are going to do everything we can to have hand sanitizer available at the entry points into the sanctuary for Sunday morning. And that's going to give just a convenient way to make sure that we're all practicing a practice that our government and doctors have told us is very helpful in this of washing our hands to prevent the spread of the disease. With that in mind, we are also going to temporarily suspend our fellowship and welcome time during our church service, just to cut down on that person to person contact within the service itself. I want to say a word as well about the way that we need to be protecting life in the church, and I want to speak especially to the senior citizens in our body. As your pastor, I am especially concerned about the potential loss of life that could come from this disease. And as I've followed the medical updates that have come from doctors and also the President of the United States and Governor Kemp, one of the things that has come up, especially in Governor Kemp's address today, is the way this virus is particularly threatening to our senior citizens. Our senior citizens at Cave Spring do such a wonderful job of modeling faithfulness to our body. One way in which you model that is that you are consistently present at our church gatherings. One of the things that I've said in the past from the pulpit and say consistently in my ministry is that younger generations need to learn from the examples of seniors and being present and having a commitment to their faith family in the church. Now, with this said, I want to remind all of our church and especially our seniors, your life has value because you were made in the image of God. So please hear from me as your pastor representing the desire of the entire church. If you feel that it is not a good time for you to be out in large groups of people, then you need to do what is best in this season, being in all likelihood a temporary season. You need to do what is best for your health. So please hear that from me as your pastor. Please hear that as the desire of your church family. Remember two things as I close. Number one, our God is in the heavens. He does whatever he pleases. These words in Psalm chapter 115, verse 3 remind us that while we've been surprised by the coronavirus, God is not, and God is capable of working his will and will work his will in this situation. And the scriptures reveal to us the will of God, that God is moving all of human history to a consistent purpose, even in this time of confusion and conflict. And that purpose that God has for the world is made very apparent to us in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, where we are told that we know that God works all things for the good of those who love him and those who are called according to his purpose. So let's remember that as we go through this. Let's be wise, but let's also lift high the name of the Lord, who even in this time is working all things for our good and for his glory.